Hello and welcome to another video, and finally we're back with career mode. I don't know how many months it's been since I've done a career mode video, but it's been a long time, and as you can see we've picked up exactly where we left off. I didn't actually do anything since the previous episode. I don't know, I just haven't been on career mode at all. It's been a long time, like I said, so just to give you a quick refresher if you're wondering what we're doing. We did win the Moto3 World Championship at our first attempt, which was quite nice. We only just managed to win it, but we won it by the skin of our teeth. We absolutely dominated the last weekend, which was what we needed, and we beat Canet to the title. I think it was Canet in the end that we were racing. Again, like I said, it's been such a long time that I actually have no idea. And I think we crashed out of the lead of the previous race, if I remember that correctly. It's 5 months, by the way, since we did a career mode episode. I was just checking. So let's have a look at the R&D. We've got 45 development points, and both of the upgrades that we can get, or all the upgrades we got can get, cost 30. So probably the engine would be the best one to go with. So I'll go with the engine. Now it's a 60 upgrade, so we've only got 15 resource points left, or development points. I keep getting them mixed up with the F1 game, just because I watch so many F1 YouTubers, that's what it was referred to them as. So without further ado, we'll head in it to the weekend of Le Mans. Actually, can we have a look at the previous results? Does it tell you? Yeah, so we didn't actually finish on the podium there. We won at... We didn't finish on the podium at Argentina either, so we have had a bit of a spotty season so far, apparently. But we did win in America, and I think we won... Yeah, we won in Qatar pretty convincingly there. So yeah, like I said, without further ado, let's head into the French Grand Prix. So at the end of practice then, we managed to achieve all of our objectives. Absolutely smashed them all, and we smashed the AI as well. 1.9 seconds quicker than Trotter. That was not a perfect lap either. I made a big mistake in the first sector, and I was down on my lap from the long run when I did the qualifying run. So I was 3/10 down on it, and I brought it all back and still gained 7. So I could probably have another another half second off that. So we are looking pretty comfortable this weekend. So let's head into qualifying. So we're here for the second session of qualifying then. So in this session we got myself, got the usual suspects I think. Yeah, so the people that went through were Lowe's, Nagashima, Balega, and Ben Schneider then. Alright, so we're coming into the garage then now. And let's have a look. Well, I don't need to put SAP on, I need to change tyres, that's what I need to do. So we are, wow, we have not got many tyres left for this weekend. Good job, we've only got to do one session of qualifying. Yes, as you can see, actually, you're probably wondering why that's a 0%. And I forgot the fact that, because it's been so long I played, when you do the R&D, you have to press X to mount selected tyre. I didn't, I thought it automatically did it. So I did all 5 laps, and the 2 laps you have to do for the acclimatisation on the same set of softs. So they had 0% by the end, and I was still about a second and a half faster than what they wanted me to do. So that's why I had quite a comfortable feeling. So we'll head out onto the track then for our qualifying lap. Obviously it's a bit cloudy, so that should play a bit, you know, mess with it a little bit. Should help us, if anything, because the tyres won't get too hot, although honestly I didn't notice them spinning too much anyway. So I think for the race, I might have to go medium on the rear rather than hard, because I think hard is going to be too cold. Soft might just wear out before the end. Depending on distance, I'm assuming that it's probably if the race is about 6 or 7 laps, the tyre will be gone by the end, and my lap times will have dropped off massively. So don't know who that is coming out in front of us. Navarro. I think I've got the speed up livery mod on. Not sure which one it is. It's the like for which race event. It's probably for this one, because I think I installed it when I was actually going to record the next episode of career mode and then never got around to it. So it's probably the one they used in France, or maybe Mugello. So obviously we've also got Mugello coming up next as well. But Navarro is sliding that rear end, so we're going to have to look to the left hand side. So go down towards Garage Vert, hitting the brakes for Garage Vert now. Off camber corner, very scary. It's easy to lose the front at you know, one of those corners I'm always intimidated by, always worried that I've missed my braking zone, because if you do, you're going to try and trail it, because it's one of those corners that invites you to trail brake, but then it's one of those ones that really bites you if you do, as Jean Zarco obviously of course knows, crashing out in 2018 there from that exact thing. So we brake now, obviously, into the S Bleu. Flicking the bike over into 12. Getting on the power nice, slowly sliding that rear end. So we come towards the penultimate turn, hitting the brakes. I think I've gone in a bit hot. have just about... Whoa, I don't know what that was. The curb has kind of thrown me up in the air. That's probably cost me quite a bit of lap time. So we got towards the line then. 37, 38, 38.5. I don't know if that's going to be good enough. We'll head back to the pits and fast forward a little bit to see if it is. But yeah, with that big mistake at the end, it might not be good enough. So in the end then, that was a perfectly fine lap. We were 7.5 tenths clear of Lorenzo Baldassarri in second and Alex Marquez in third. It was only 3 thousandths behind him. If I remember from looking in the menus, I can't remember from 5 months ago, that Tom Luthi is our main rival. So him being down in 5th definitely plays in our favour a little bit. Wow, it's weird to see how the AI kind of stacked up at the beginning of the season. Obviously that's what the performance is based on compared to the end of the season, whereas it was not, Baldassarri was not getting second places. But yeah, let's head into the race and hopefully we can try and win.
Here we are live from the Moto2 class starting grid, where riders and engineers are talking over the last few details before the race.
So it's showing Baldassarri first, obviously has to show us at the end. So I'm not sure what tyres to go for this. I think I'm going to go soft front, because the soft front should be okay, and a medium rear. We have got a soft rear available, but I think it'll probably just wear out a little bit too much. Obviously it's cloudy, so that could play in our favour a little bit, or maybe if I'm using a medium it won't play in our favour, I don't know. But I would rather not risk it and go for a soft, because I know 7 tenths is quite a bit to be on pole by, but they could start reeling that back in quite a lot if I have tyre wear. So yeah, let's, well, we're on the grid, let's head into the race, let's get it done.
The French Grand Prix, the riders are spread out on the grid, the light will soon go out and the Le Mans race will begin.
It will soon begin. The marshal walks off the front, the marshal with the flag waving in the background very rapidly side to side, waiting for the lights to go out here for the French Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. It's not been a fantastic start at all, has it? A lot of wheel spin, bit of a wheelie, down to 3rd place already. 4th place, I think that's Navarro bullying his way through. He's going to get up into 1st place. That's Tom Luthi on our inside, our championship rival. Marquez going a bit slow, same with Navarro. So around the outside of the pair of them. Baldassarri leads us into turn 3. From myself in second there. Crash for Jorge Martin, so not a good day for him. As we go down La Chapelle, we've got to try and attack Lorenzo Baldassarri. He has obviously got his way through. The AI, as usual, getting a fantastic start myself, getting a terrible start, as per usual. But we're looking close into Museum. We're having a look up the inside. We're not able to do it, though. I probably could have done. I could have let off the brakes, been a bit aggressive, but it's early days yet. 6 laps of this race to go. We've got an amazing run compared to him, down towards Garage Fair. Are we going to get the move done? Yes. We've got him cleanly before we even got to the corner. Apparently we're +0 in front of him, although I think that's slightly wrong. Sliding the rear end of that bike through the exit of Garage Fair. It looks like we've got so much more grip than Baldassarri. Perhaps he's gone for a hard tyre or something and he's not been able to get it to work with the temperature, and he never will, I don't think. Especially not this track, in the cloud. Cloudy weather, you never really want to go for a hard tyre. We've got 9 tenths on him already, so we're absolutely destroying the field here. Got to try and build out that gap whilst we can, whilst we've got the freshness of the tyres, got plenty of grip. We have to try and take advantage. Dixon seems to be battling with Pratama, I think that was further back. Got to try not to run in too hot here, because we know it goes pretty bad if you go on that outside curb. It'll launch you up into the air like you did in qualifying. At the last corner then. Look at the minimap, we've got a massive lead. So 140.7 at the end of the first lap. We've got a 1.4 second lead already, so we've just got to put our heads down, try and pull away, try and bring home this victory. So fastest lap then, the end of the second lap. What's the lead now? 3.1 seconds. So we are really pulling away here. Another fastest lap of the race then. What is the gap now? It was pretty big last time I looked in the end of the 3rd sector. 6.8 seconds. We are miles in front of these guys. Starting the final lap then, you can see the lap time dropped quite drastically from the previous one. Made a few mistakes on that one, and I'm also turning the pace down a little bit. No point pushing when we're 7.6 seconds in front. So just got to bring the bike home now. There's no way they're going to catch us. Up towards the line then. It's going to be a win here in Le Mans. Absolutely dominant performance here. The AI couldn't even get anywhere near us.
It's starting to fill up with the stars of the race. Let's take a look at a graphic of the official results of the just finished Moto2 race.
So in the end we won by 7.2 seconds, so I think we did lose a little bit of time on that last lap, but like I said, I really slowed down in the end. There was no point pushing at all. Lorenzo Baldassarri in second, 3rd place for Jorge Navarro, 4th for Alex Marquez, 5th for Schrotter, but crucially Thomas Luthi all the way down in 6th position, so not a good race for him at all. Bastianini 7th, 8th for Remy Gardner, 9th for Lowe's. So Lowe's obviously went through from Q1, if you remember. I did mention that earlier. Might have cut that out of the video, though, I can't remember. Well, I don't know yet, actually. Would make more sense because I'm recording it before I edit it, obviously. And they're rounding out the top 10 is the other speed up with Fabio Di Gianantonio. Where's our teammates? Pretty far down the order, I would say. Boben Schneider was 32nd, and I must have scrolled past the other one. Simon O'Donnell was 23rd. So yeah, 36 seconds off me and 48.8 seconds off me. So not a good race for either of those two there. So we head on to the championship standings now. So the Riders' Championship, we now have 99 points, and we lead by 20 to Thomas Luthi in second. Jorge Navarro in third, only 2 points behind Luthi. So we've got to start watching out for Navarro, really. Baldassarri moved up to 4th now with 69 points. He's moved ahead of Alex Marquez, who's in 5th with 63. Bastianini's moved quite far up the order there to 8th position in the championship, at 4 positions. So yeah, Navarro looks to be a bit of a threat. Obviously, he got a fantastic start, tried to bully his way through into the lead. Didn't work, we got round the outside, and then he kind of sat up through the second half of the chicanes. I think that probably cost him quite a bit of time. So we have a look at the team's championship then. Dynavolt lead with 138 points, ahead of Speed Up in second, 36 behind with 102, and 99 points, which, if you notice, is my total in third place. So the biker gaming team, the NTS RW Racing GP team, 30 points, 39 points behind. I think it's probably like last season. There's no chance of us winning the team championship. We haven't got the teammates to back us up with good performances there. So yeah, let's head to the podium, and then we can head to the career hub after and see what's changed.
Undoubtedly, it was a perfect day for him. In addition to the victory, his position also earned him 25 priceless championship points.
Yes, and I think the points are the thing I am most concerned about right now. Obviously extending our lead to 20 points, which is something I'm really going to need for Mugello next. Not sure how off the pace we're going to be, but I feel like it's going to be quite close with the AI maybe. I know in Moto3 they absolutely used to decimate me at Mugello just because they had so much more straight line speed, and that is still a thing in Moto2, but I think it's substantially less. We might be able to make it up through the corners. Maybe. We will see. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. So in the end then we gain 1,680 in total for our position bonus. We gained 4,466 from the whole weekend. No, hang on. That's the bonus for the race, was 4,466. Position bonus was 1,680. So that's nice. Nice bonus to have. So in total in the weekend we gained 12,166 reputation points, which brings us up to 152,563. It's going to help us out. We gained 30 of our points for the developments, development points, and we're now back up to 45 again. So we can probably have a look making an upgrade. So we got 45 development points, cost 60 for that upgrade, 30 for this one, and 30 for this one. Good job we did the engine upgrade ready for Mugello, really. So we're definitely going to need it. We can't obviously upgrade this again, but maybe we can. This should help reduce chain tension, allow reduce rear compression damping during acceleration. Anti-wheelie system when the bike is straight. Excessive torque. So I didn't have a problem with the anti-wheelie in that race, to be honest. So I'm going to go with the frame. It's going to let me buy the upgrade, is it? Yeah, there we go. I pressed A and it didn't do anything, but second time works. I guess maybe I didn't press the button in enough. Didn't register any sort of contact. So that's the frame now updated. So Dovizioso won that one then, so news of the MotoGP world. Here Dovizioso's raw. At Le Mans, the Ducati rider wins after the race. He lets out a whoop of joy. Muted satisfaction for Rins second and Rossi third, who make up the podium. For Moto2 and Moto3, we are the future. All but eyes on Biker and Basia as they dominate the Moto2 and Moto3 races, winning their races. A word from the stars of Moto2. Baldassarri, I'm a bit disappointed for the team. They're really counting on me winning here at Le Mans. All I can do is promise them I'll do everything to aim for victory at Mugello, and you've probably got a good chance of that, to be fair, Baldassarri. I mean, it's not a picture of Baldassarri in the bottom left, but I'm sure Baldassarri has got a good chance of doing it. So the next one is Mugello, so yeah, wish me luck as we head into this one, guys. I'm going to need it. So then, to my surprise, we actually managed to ace all of the objectives in qualifying, so we've got another 30 development points. I'd say qualifying in practice. So we've got another 30 development points to take back and upgrade the bike. And we were fastest by 2.4 seconds, which is even more than we were in Le Mans. So I might have been a bit wrong, thinking that we were going to struggle here. But yeah, the flow has actually been there, and it's been quite nice. So I've actually been enjoying riding the track, which is a really weird feeling for me. So I know you said Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez in second there, and Jorge Navarro in third. I'm not even sure where Tom Luthi is. Oh, he's ninth. I just looked down. Stefano Manzi doing a good job there in 8th position. So without further ado, we'll head into qualifying 2, and hopefully we'll try and get pole position once again. So here we are then in the garage for qualifying. Also, we got straight through into Q2. Got to set on a new set, or strap on a new set of softs, and head out to try and get another pole position here. I've actually been a lot faster at the track than I ever expected I would be, which is obviously very pleasing. Here's hoping we can put one more lap together that's decent. I've already run Whitey Buccini, so that's really set it up nicely. So we run down a straight towards San Donato. Well, sort of a long run to San Donato, isn't it really? But passing Navarro as he comes out the pits, past Gardner. Maxing out in 6th gear, slamming down the gearbox. We brake for San Donato. Through Borgo, San Lorenzo, right, well not actually to the edge of the curb, but back to the centre of the curb. Oh, broke on the curb a little bit through Casanova, that's probably messes up all the way through Savelli. Catching up to the guy in front though, whoever it is. Through Arbietta 1, building. I think it might be Nagashima. Through Arbietta 2. In the brakes for Scaparia. Oh, it's Locatelli actually. I saw the fluorescent green and thought it was sorry, fluorescent yellow and thought it was green. Obviously, no, it wasn't Gardner, so I assumed it was Nagashima on the SAG bike, but it's not. It's Andrea Locatelli on the Ital Trans. So we're closing up to him. Hitting the brakes into Buccini. Good exit. Try and get some sort of shim off Locatelli as well up towards the line. That's going to help us out. Thank you, Andrea. So 53.0 then. I'm not sure if that'll be good enough for pole position, but we will have a look. So we'll head back to the garage and hopefully that is good enough. So then at the end of the session we were cutting it pretty fine. Only on pole by 1.5 tenths there to Tom Luthi in second, but it was good enough. Obviously Marcel Schrotter there in third, fourth for Alex Marquez, fifth for Baldassarri, and sixth for Augusto Fernandez. So let's head into the race. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a feisty one, especially considering how close AI are to us. A lot closer than they were in practice, that's for sure. So yeah, let's head into the race. Hopefully we can try and bring home another win.
We're now coming from the starting grid, where everything seems ready. It's always difficult to predict the results of a Moto2 race, but the riders we're seeing right now definitely seem to be the favourites.
So another important reason to obviously try and perform in this race is the fact that there is actually I completely forgot the word, transfer window, that's the word, coming up after this race, so we actually will be able to change teams. Don't think I will, because the only teams I would really want to join are MotoGP teams, and I want to win the Moto2 Championship before we go into MotoGP. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. So we'll, it's just another reason to try and impress. But we will try and win this race regardless of whether there's a transfer window.
Not to go now until the Italian Grand Prix here in Mugello, one of the most challenging and spectacular tracks in the entire championship. Challenging
it is. Now we are probably going to struggle quite a bit here, but we have managed to get the bike on pole, so I am going to remain optimistic. Hopefully we can try and win. Nice, and away we go. A lot of wheel spin though. Bit bogged past by to when they said Ital Trans, not really sure why, but the Intatsu GP Dynavolts. Wow, Luthi's lost a lot of speed down the straight there. Navarro on the inside, trying to brake nice and late around the outside of all of them. Back up into second position there, but I think Baldassarri is probably going to get us back on the power. No, Navarro is the one that's got us back. We have got to watch out for Navarro, of course. Like I said, he's only a couple points minus in the championship. as we noticed at the end of the previous race. He's having a look at these, a bit of contact with him there. So crash for Lukas Tulovic further back, but we're going to be lining up Schrotter into Matarasi, or the inside. Got the move done. Is he going to attack us on the exit though through Borges and Lorenzo? No, we've got the move done. So back up into the lead of the race, and we got someone between us and our, well, it's not actually our main championship rival, but he will be if it stays as it is. There's such a little gap between him and Luti that I kind of treat them both as just as bad as each other. Obviously, yeah, if you had to beat one of them, you'd pick Luti because he's got more points, but it's only by 2. Through Palagio. Into Carantaio. .1 seconds in front of Schrotter, so we've got a bit of a lead. There's not much of one. I can definitely start to bring that back, especially on the last lap. So we get a bit more than that. De Buccini. That's where the AI tend to struggle on the exit of Buccini. I noticed it in the snow video at Mugello the other day in Motogp. They were definitely struggling to get off Buccini. So 2-minute .2 there at the end of the first lap. 1.1 seconds in the lead of the race. So we're coming up towards the line now. What is the lap time going to be? 53.5, so a bit slower than we did in qualifying, but obviously we're on hards. We're 2.3 seconds in front of Schrotter now. Navarro still in 3rd. Luti's down in 14th, I just saw. He just overtook Agata. So, yeah, not a good race so far. Coming up towards the line once again, then about to start the penultimate lap of the race. We've done the fastest lap once again, 53.3. So what's the gap now? 3.3 seconds. So we are romping away here. 2 laps to go. Hopefully we can hold this Luti out to 13th position. So here we go then, coming up towards the line to start the final lap of the race. 53.6. What's the gap now? It didn't go up that much on the lap. So it's 3.6 seconds, yeah, only a couple tenths. But I think it's going to be good enough. Luti out to 12th, so he's gaining like a position a lap. So I think he's just drafting people every time on the straight. So it's not going to be good enough for him, I don't think. He's going to lose massive ground in this championship. Out to Buccini then for the final time. It's going to be a victory here in the Italian Grand Prix. I am actually pretty surprised, not going to lie. I was expecting definitely to lose in this one. It's 53.5, I think, on the last lap as well. We extended the lead by quite a bit on the last lap. It's a pretty decent one.
Let's take a look at a graphic of the official results of the just finished Moto2 race.
Wow, so I wasn't really keeping my eye on the standings or anything. I was just seeing the overtakes. But Sam Lowe's in 4th position, so that's a bit of a surprise to me. 5th there for Baldassare, so it's not too bad for him. But Schrotter did come home in 2nd, Navarro in 3rd, so I'm guessing Navarro definitely going to move into 2nd in the championship. Where did Luti end up? Luti did end up 12th, 21 seconds behind me, so pretty poor race there for Tom Luti. Not sure what happened, he just seemed to lose a lot of drive on the front straight, and then maybe that's where he lost all his positions, a bit like what used to happen to us in Red Bull Rookies and Moto3, so it's not very fun for the poor guy. As we move on to the championship, yes, Jorge Navarro does move up in 2nd, Tom Luti still stays in 3rd though, although Baldassare is closing up on him quite a bit, and same with Schrotter. Schrotter's also closing up on him. But we've now got a 31-point lead in the championship, so it's a nice handy lead to have going into, well, Catalonia, and then we've got Assen, which is usually a very good track for us. Sam Lowe's there and Ike Lecuona both moving up 2 positions. Obviously, they're 2 former teammates at well, American Racing before it was American Racing. So we move on to the Teams Championship. Dynavolt and Intact GP keep their lead, but we actually move up to 2nd in the championship, overtaking the Speed Up. 126 points there. I think that's probably the same total that I have. I think it's just all my points still. Don't think my teammates have scored anything yet, although they could have done. In fact, I have 99 coming out of the last race, so yeah, I think one of my teammates must have scored points then, so that's good. It's moved us ahead of Speed Up anyway, so 2nd in the championship, although 36 points behind. We're never going to start gaining that amount on the Intact GP team. Obviously, they're both consistently scoring pretty well, although obviously Tom Luti did have a bit of an off day today. But I doubt that's going to happen too many more times. So we'll head into Parc Ferme and have a look at the podium ceremony, and then we'll head into the career hub and we'll see, well, it's a transfer window, so there'll be definitely something that's changed there.
This rider has been able to impose a frantic pace on today's race, and now he and his mechanics are rightly going to party.
We are going to party indeed. We've got to try and keep this winning streak going on. So we've got on to 2 wins now. Can we make it a hat-trick at Catalonia? That's what well, depending if we're actually going to be in Catalonia, depends on what the contract negotiations are like. So in the end then, we gained 12,166 reputation points. We're now at 164,729 reputation points. We got all of the objectives in practice. We got 30 development points, bringing us up to 45. So the options we've got, they're all Moto2 teams, so that's interesting to have. Obviously got the NTS, so NTS RW Racing is happy with your results so far, both on track and in terms of bike development. Given the excellent progress we've made together, we're convinced that you can race for the podium in every race over the course of the season. So SkyVR46 want us, they want us to win every race. Oh no, they just want to compete for the podium. So they're all podiums except Ital Trans. Obviously you can look at the max performance and stuff, but we wouldn't go for Ital Trans because obviously that's the lowest performance and it's lower than what we've got currently. All the other ones are higher than what we've got currently. Obviously they are the top 3 teams in Moto2. But to keep it interesting, we'll stick with the NTS. Be loyal to them. None of the other guys wanted to hire us after winning the Moto3 championship, which they would in real life. So, but our objectives have now changed. We do need to get a race objective of well, we need to get a podium. I didn't even know this menu was a thing. I just clicked on it. Yeah, so our qualifying objectives, we start from the front row and we need to be on the podium. Although the championship, obviously our objective is still the same, just to get in the top 15. So in terms of championships, one, if you look at the bottom, we've got a Moto3 championship and a Red Bull Rookies championship. We've got a lot of stats, so we've got 15 wins, and 4 of those are in this season. 17 poles and 19 podiums, so it's not a bad record, that one. So look at news from the MotoGP world then. Rins, he owns the Mugello circuit. A Suzuki triumphs in front of the horde of marvellous motorsport fans. I feel like that probably wouldn't happen because the straight line speed is not fantastic at all on that Suzuki, but there you go. Marquez third. I certainly wasn't expected to finish behind Rins and Vizioso, but third isn't bad. Moto2, Moto3, all hail biker, he wins the Moto2 race with grit and determination. In Moto3, can it takes a victory worthy of a veteran. Technical corner, Biker's track engineer speaks. Directing bike development during the season isn't easy, but Biker really worked hard at it. We hope that the upgrades we made him in the last race will prove effective over the rest of the season. I need to learn to read, don't I? I always feel like I struggle with very easy reading in these videos sometimes. So, looking at the development, we got 45 points. We could do the anti-wheelie system. We may as well. Well, that brings the rideability up to max. I mean, it's already pretty rideable as far as I'm concerned, but the anti-wheelie, we have been losing positions off the start a little bit, so we will go with that. So now, obviously the only things left are the engine and the frame. So we got to get we won't be able to upgrade anything after Catalonia, but after Assen we should be able to. But that's the end of this episode then. Hope you've enjoyed that one. We got 2 victories there, so that's very, very good. Hopefully we can try and continue that into the next few races and try and win this championship in style. Although I don't want to dominate every race like I have been, because it must be a little bit boring to watch, but not a lot I can do. I am a lot better than when I used to play career mode a few months ago. So I've had a lot more practice at the game. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.